What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be discussing Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Or reviewing. I don't know why I said discussing. Reviewing Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Which, dang, this movie got panned. It currently has a 20. I'm looking at it on the computer right now. It currently has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ugh. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I have a big bias to this one. Yes, I watched Boo Brothers a lot growing up, but this was one I watched a lot when I was younger. This was probably the one we watched the most, and I will not lie, it is a very odd concept, but it is still so good in my opinion. Because, and this isn't just nostalgia bias, because I did rewatch it, and I did see a lot of flaws, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. It's got some funny moments here, got some dull moments there. I do like Dracula in this. He's really fun. Shaggy as a werewolf is really a neat concept. I thought that was pretty cool. And there's a new character in here. Her name is Googie or something like that, and that's Shaggy's girlfriend, which I don't think we ever see again. Like, ever. I don't think we've ever seen her again in any other yeah, her only appearance has been in The Reluctant Werewolf, so that's really weird. That's the only place where... I do want to say one thing. The soundtrack for this one I really like. The soundtrack for this one I do really like. Scooby in this is really funny. There's also these two little henchmen, like hunchback guys that are called the Hunch Bunch. Which one of them they can be funny at some points. They can also be annoying at some points. But that's just what I see with this film, and for the most part it works a lot. Most of the jokes work. Not really, for my opinion, not a lot fell flat. There's just a lot that I didn't laugh at. But the movie was overall enjoyable for what this is. And I can't really argue with that. Because it is Scooby-Doo. I know what I was getting myself into. This one was rather enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with it. I had some good laughs with it. It is one of my personal favorites. I remember watching this a lot when I was younger. And personally, I just really, really enjoy this one. Of the ones I've reviewed so far, which I think I've only reviewed 3, this one's my favorite of the 3 so far. So, it's a neat concept that works, and most of the movie works. But where the movie kind of falls flat is the whole racing aspect of the movie. Is kind of weird. But I guess they needed an excuse for Shaggy to become a werewolf. But for some reason, I've never seen Shaggy be a racer before this. And from information that I've seen, there might have been something, I don't know. But Shaggy as a racer is kind of a funny thing. And this car they got, they can basically do almost anything. It's really weird. But then, like in the race, they have to use a different car, and they can't use their own car. So... and for a lot of the time, most of the movie, you don't really see like Drac has any motivation for not wanting to, for Shaggy not to win the race. But the more you think about it, and later on in the movie, it makes more sense why he has the motivation, and it kind of makes sense. I just didn't let it click on me at first. A lot of this movie does work. There is some stuff that just doesn't. Like. At the ending, they're on the end where there's a little chase scene between Shaggy, Scooby, Scrappy, and Googie. They're in a chase running away from Dracula, which honestly is just really weird, and it's crazy and out of nowhere the way it goes, and it's. But when I complaining, it's a Scooby-Doo cartoon. It's kind of what you expect with stuff like this. But this one is really strange in the way it handles things. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a great thing either. But it's fun. It's nothing to get mad at. It's nothing to hate. Because I had fun with this, and there might be some nostalgia bias in there, but looking back at it, when I just watched it the other day, I did really enjoy rewatching this film. There's nothing really to hate on about this movie, because it's fun, it's funny, and there's just a lot that you can enjoy about this film. Especially if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, Scooby's not the focus, and that's kind of the point. That's actually a thing in a lot of Scooby-Doo movies, but I don't think the point was to make Scooby the focus. You just got to put Scooby on the name, just to like Shaggy, the reluctant werewolf. Who's gonna think about that? See that name and think Scooby-Doo. But Scooby's pretty funny in this. So is Shaggy. But this one's main focus, you can tell, is Shaggy, because. But this is a really good. Everyone's got good moments in this. Even Googie, I did like her. I wish they'd bring her back somehow. I hope they actually do bring her back one day in some way, shape, or form. But it's really, really neat what they do with this film. It's a really bizarre concept that surprisingly works for me, and I just really, really enjoy it. And I think I could have there's a lot of fun to have with this movie. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot that you can just do. If you're a big Scooby-Doo fan, I think you'll enjoy this. If you're an average Scooby-Doo fan, you might get a kick out of it. If you don't like Scooby-Doo movies, you're not gonna like this. Kids definitely probably will like it. I know it's old, but whatever. But kids definitely probably will like it if they haven't seen it. I know I've enjoyed it since I was little. And this is just, none of this is nostalgia bias. None of this is nostalgia bias. Well, some of it is. But that's really, most of the really things I can say about this movie. I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5. Oh, I can't give it that much. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5. That'll be my rating. But guys, that's what I'll have to say for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please tap like button down below. Subscribe, leave me a comment, and link to all my social medias will link down in the description below. And do not forget the notification button so you'll be notified when I upload these sweet videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!